What up, people of the internet world? I'm Mr. Teacups, and it has finally happened. The second coming of Christ has finally happened. Halo 4 has finally landed, and today I've got you some Halo 4 gameplay on the mode Infinity Slayer on the map Abandon. And this is no like 50 and 1 360 no scope gameplay. This was my second game of Halo 4. I ended up going 29 and 11, and I really did enjoy playing this game. I had so much fun playing this game, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make a commentary about it. I wanted to commentate about what I did right and what I did wrong in this game, and straight away I want to talk about this map. This map is such a great map to play. I really do enjoy playing on this map because it's such a close quarters map that basically everywhere has a counter to it. Any place in this map has multiple entrances. Every place is basically vulnerable, which basically means everyone has to be on the move. They basically cannot set up camp because basically the map is so small, people are going to know where you are constantly, and they're just going to come back for revenge kills. And because every place has so many multiple entrances, it's so hard to predict where those people are coming from, and you're just going to get fucked over, which makes for some really fast-paced gameplay. Which brings me to my only tip about this map is basically, this is what I do in basically any shooter anyway, or any basically game, is try and skim the outskirts of the map as much as possible. Basically try and basically go to the outskirts of this map, because there is basically around the edges there is the least amount of entrances, and also there's a lot more projection around the entrances because there's a load of trees, and basically you can snipe off the people who are trying to run into the center building, and you can get some easy kills that way, because basically all they're trying to do is run in there, basically get as many kills as they can before they die. And that makes for some fast-paced gameplay because that just constantly happens all over the map. But now let's talk about the new feature that has been added into this game, which is basically sprint. In Halo Reach, sprint was a armor ability. In this game it's just a left thumbstick ability. It's not ability at all, it's just natural, which basically changed up Halo a lot, because it took me a while to get used to be able to basically constantly sprint all the time. And basically it changes up the gameplay a little bit because people are now able to run away from your bullets more, but you're also able to chase them now. It takes some time getting used to, but once you've played around with it for a while, you generally start to like it because it makes for more fast-paced gameplay, and on the big maps it makes you get places quicker. But now let's talk about what I would use for classes for this map. And straight away from my main weapon, I would use an assault rifle. For my secondary weapon, I would use a plasma pistol. For my grenade, I would use any really. All grenades work for me. I would use a frag grenade. For my armor ability, I would use a hologram. For my first perk, I would use the Regeneration perk. Or if it's a big map, I would use sprint. Then for my final perk, it doesn't really matter for me. I feel they're all equal, but I'd probably use the precision or the support. And the main reason is why I would use the assault rifle is because for a map like this, it is so close quarters that I feel most of the time an assault rifle will best a BR or a DMR in close quarters. That's just my experience, because a very good BR player or a DMR player will just generally shit on everyone. But when I've been playing this map, I felt most of the time when I've got close quarters with them, I've generally won the fight. And I feel that, I don't know if this is true, I feel that maybe the assault rifles had a damage boost, and basically the assault rifle also sounds very manly. They've upped the sound in this. It sounds like complete rape whenever you shoot it. But on a map like this, it will generally do well in close quarters, especially if you're rushing the middle or trying to rush around the sides. You can get people who are trying to snipe off the middle very easy. Then the reason why I would use the secondary weapon is pretty obvious. Charge that up, shoot that off. You took down their shield in one shot, so you can get an easy kill. The reason why I'd use the hologram is because it's just so fun to play with. Be able to send like a dummy somewhere else, then you watch some guy trying to chase it to assassinate it, then you just end up assassinating him. It's just so satisfying, and it just generally helps me spot some people out. Like if I don't know if there's a guy around the corner, I'll send my hologram. If he starts shooting, I know he's there, and then I can just pick him off. And some of the other abilities will help. Like they've added in basically a new type of armor ability, because you had armor lock in Halo Reach. They've changed it to be an actual shield that you've just put up a shield by your hand. I've actually got the perk on in this game. I end up using it once. This was my first time using it. When it activated, I was like, what the fuck is this? I've got a shield. I was so happy with it, but I come to realize that it's not that great, because basically if you're on a one-on-one fight and you put up your shield and you're losing the fight, it's just basically delaying your death, because he'll just wait for your shield to go down and he'll just finish you off, and he'll get a cheeky reload as well. But also your feet are exposed, so he can just shoot your feet and it kill you anyway, so you're gonna have to crouch. Basically just a sitting target for anyone to come up behind you and just assassinate you. Literally the only way you're gonna get out of it alive is if you somehow manage to squirm your way around a corner, or another teammate comes and saves your ass in time. But it does have its uses, like if a load of grenades get thrown at you, you can put up your shield and you can generally protect against most of the damage. And I've also seen as well in this game, I went to melee someone and they put their shield up just at that time, so they blocked my whole melee attack, and I was like, ah. But then I ended up shooting him because he had no health left. But I was just thinking, if you actually do that, that could be a really good strategy, because you could catch them off guard and get a cheeky hit in there and kill them yourself. Now, the reason why I use the shield regeneration over the other perks is, for example, sprint I feel is useless on maps like this, because these maps are just too small. Because in these maps, 2 bursts of normal sprint will basically cover the whole map, while as if you have shield regeneration, you have better chances in combat. Like if you're trying to run away from a guy and you're trying to get your health up as quick as you can, like you're waiting around the corner, anything that gets it up quicker is going to be such a help. And that's what she said. But yeah, there's been so many situations I've got in where I'm like shooting a guy and we're like, oh shit, we're gonna die, we need to run off and get our shields up. Mine's gone up quicker, I've gone out of the corner and cheekily just finished him off, luckily because of that perk. It just saved my ass more times than sprint saved my ass. So yeah, that's why I do use it. But the reason why I use the final perk, precision or support, is because they don't really matter to me. Like, it doesn't make much of a gameplay difference. I'd probably use precision a lot more if I'm using a DMR or a battle rifle, but if I'm not using one of those, definitely use support. But now let's talk about what I did right in this game, and I really didn't do much right in this game. The only thing I really did right was I kept moving around this map, probably because it was my first time actually playing this map, so I was just kind of exploring around this map. But I come to realise that the constant movement kept me alive more, because basically whenever I was killing someone, they were just going back to where I was, because now that you have kill cam. So basically it also helped me get people off guard, especially in the middle and especially around the back. But yeah, the other thing I did right was I ran away from battles. And you're probably thinking, what? Pussy? No, you really got to size up your battles in this game. The amount of times that, like, because in Halo, basically the first person, like if you guys have both got good aim and you're both shooting each other in the head, but the other guy made first strike, he's generally going to win. So don't just stand there and accept death. Try and run away. Try and run away, regenerate your shield and come back and try again. Or run away to a teammate and try and get him to kill him. Just don't accept death. Or if you get into a situation where there's like 2 or 3 guys around the corner and they're going to kill you, fucking run away. Don't take them on. You're not going to get like a triple spray like COD. It's a lot harder than that unless you've got a power weapon. Now it's time for what I did wrong in this game, and boy, I did a lot wrong in this game. The first thing I want to say is radar watching. Don't get caught radar watching. Like, for some reason in this Halo and in this mode, that radar is just so tempting to follow. Like, because like that red dot is just like the Holy Land, just the 15 points, it's a free kill. But if you get caught just sprinting after a dot, he could be above you or below you, you don't know where he is, and he might end up getting a drop on you. Or if you're chasing a dot that's quite far away that you think's by himself, he might not be by himself. You might sprint after him and you're like, oh shit, 2 or 3 more dots appear, and it's just you versus 3 guys and you get absolutely bum raped. that's the way it goes in this game. Also, I had a silly death where I call in that audience strike, whatever it's called, and basically I landed on it as it landed and it basically took off my whole shield and the guy just finished me off, and I caught him first. I started shooting him first, so I would have got the kill, but if I hadn't got damaged by my own audience strike, I would not have died. So that's my fault. But basically remember that you can get hurt if that falls on you. But also the final thing that I didn't really do well is I didn't utilize the power weapons. Basically in this mode, in Halo in general, the power weapons are absolutely bum raid, especially on this type of map, especially on this mode. I don't know why they added this in. They've got on your HUD, it shows you where the power weapons are, and I don't like that because it basically doesn't encourage map knowledge. It doesn't encourage waiting for respawn times, knowing when it's going to respawn, because people are just going to run after it, throw grenades at it, and basically whoever's left alive gets it. But the power weapons in this game absolutely destroy it, especially the sword. That is basically a high rate of fire LMG that just brings the rape. I think I'm using it right now in the gameplay. Basically, if you pick it up, you're guaranteed a killing spree. It is such a powerful weapon, high rate of fire, huge clip, and it's got a decent amount of damage, and it's basically one of the only power weapons that I feel you can take out a whole room of people. But there's loads of power weapons in this game that are just one-shot kills. They've added in a load of new weapons that just basically fuck shit up, and if you control that, 2 or 3 of your members control that on your team, you can basically fuck everything. And if you got the audience strike and you call in another one, you get 3 people that you're going to dominate the whole map. But the scatter gun is probably the one gun I can't use out of all of them. Like, I can use all the power weapons except for that. It just doesn't seem to work for me. But the commentary is coming to an end. I really enjoy playing this game. I do suggest that you go out and maybe try it. It feels like Halo. It is Halo. It's a great game. I hope you please rate, comment, subscribe. I've been Mr. Teacups, and I'll see ya.